48-year-old Melissa Hoffner Allen is behind bars for killing her 50-year-old husband Ricky Allen. At around 10 p.m. on Tuesday the 18th of June, authorities responded to a home at 16222 Country Ridge Drive in Kearney, Missouri on reports of a man shot. Authorities said that Melissa called 911 and told dispatch that she had shot her husband and that he wasn't breathing. When first responders arrived, they entered the premises and found Ricky unresponsive with a gunshot wound to his chest. Medics attempted life-saving measures, but they were unsuccessful and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Deputies found a spent shell casing at the bottom of the staircase. A shell casing matched the rounds in a 9mm pistol recovered nearby. Investigators observed a defect in the drywall, indicating that a possible disturbance occurred due to the particles of the drywall having fallen to the ground, resting on top of animal hair and animal food. While processing the scene and taking photographs, deputies noticed bruising on Melissa's arms. The probable cause stated that Melissa was wearing a tight dress at the time of the shooting, which meant she could not have had the firearm on person and had to separate herself from Ricky and return. Deputies took Melissa into custody at the home. During an interview, Melissa told investigators that her husband was mad at her and choked her. She said she grabbed a gun from upstairs which Ricky had recently bought for her and repeatedly told her to shoot him, which she said she did. Melissa was booked into the Clay County Jail and charged with second-degree murder and armed criminal action. During her arraignment on Thursday the 20th of June, she pleaded not guilty to the charges and was released after posting a $250,000 bond. As part of her release, she's not allowed to leave Missouri, possess any weapons or make any contact with her husband's family. Her next court date is set for the 15th of August. The investigation into the matter continues. A man is facing child enticement charges after he lured two young girls to his residence. On the night of Wednesday, the 4th of June, the children's mother and 43-year-old John Wesley Graves had been drinking together at her home. At around 11 p.m, the woman fell asleep and John convinced her 5-year-old and 7-year-old daughters to go to his home at 5043 Walker Avenue in Lincoln, Nebraska, using promises of toys, games and candy. While there, the girls reported that John locked his door so they could not leave. At some point during the night, the 5-year-old girl drank from a cup she found and became ill. The mother had woken up around the same time to find the girls missing. Her 8-year-old son told her that they had left the house with John. She tried calling John several times, but after he failed to answer his phone, she started walking to his house. On the way there, she ran into John as he carried the ill child. At around 4 o'clock in the morning, authorities were contacted about a lethargic 5-year-old girl in need of medical attention. The girl was transported to a hospital and treated for ingestion of an unknown substance. Police later interviewed the woman and her 2 children. The mother told officers that she never gave John permission to remove any of her children from her home without her. Both girls denied any sexual abuse occurred. On Monday the 10th of June, John was arrested and charged with 2 counts of child enticement and 2 counts of child abuse and was booked into the Lancaster County Jail. On Wednesday the 12th of June, John was arraigned on the 4 charges and his bond was set at 10% of $500,000. His next court date is set for the 10th of July. On the 6th of May 2015, he was convicted of child enticement and was sentenced up to 5 years in prison and was required to register as a sex offender. In that incident, an 11-year-old girl met John at a local park and was invited back to his apartment. She was given some hot chocolate and he added alcohol to it. The girl later had a blood test done at a hospital and showed she had a blood alcohol content of 0.11. John is also accused of sexually abusing 2 girls aged 11 and 13 in 2021 when he was dating the girl's mother and gave one of the sisters cough medicine and melatonin to help her sleep. John has not been charged in that incident, but the case remains open. The investigation into the matter continues.